All right, now the little raggedy phone Trump called himself putting out to the masses, then came out, people got their hands on them, they give them their reviews and stuff and things of that nature. We about to get right into this video. Don't forget to like it before you light it, hit the sub before you hit the bud, join the team before you hit the green, and don't forget to, you understand what I'm talking about? You understand me? Listen, I need them hypes like a crackhead need a pipe. There's only 2 YouTubers in the whole world that do that, and I'm both of them. Guys, don't take that literally. Y'all be tripping in the comments, man.
I think I might be the first person to have the T1 Trump phone.
Whoop-de-doo.
And this is real, but I want to explain a few things before I walk you through this phone. First off, why am I doing this? So I'm a correspondent at NBC News, and I cover business and tech. And we've been following a lot of the president's business ventures, including those of his family and those of his sons. So Don Jr. and Eric, in June last year, announced Trump Mobile.
Today, we're here to introduce Trump Mobile.
But then alongside that, they said they'd be selling a hardware, a handset called the T1 Mobile. It was going to be gold. It was going to have the American flag on the back. It was going to be made in the U.S. And so we, as a test, we decided, all right, let's put $100 for that deposit down. The phone's $499, and we'll see if this phone ever exists.
Oh, wow.
And August came and went. September came and went. It was supposed to be promised by then. October, November, December, nothing. I should point out, even when we put the $100 deposit down, I got a fraud alert from my company saying, is this a charge you really want to go through? And we were like, yes, we want to see this through.
Oh, nothing like an alert from your bank to say, God damn, you sure you want to do this? If that doesn't send a red flag, I don't know what possibly could have, dog. Damn, Trump, you sure you want to go through with this? You may never see that $100 again. Whew.
January, they said, we don't have anything for you, maybe by the end of the quarter. And then April, we still have nothing. And so we did a report last week for NBC News Now, where we reported that the phone still has no signs of existence. Here we are in May of 2026, and there appears to be no sign of it. There were some FCC documents. The Verge has done some really good reporting on this. It didn't look like it existed. And then the day after that report, I get a phone call from someone that says they're working with Trump Mobile, and they said, hey, we're sending out phones to the press. You're going to get one.
Oh, okay, here it is. Here is the long-awaited Trump mobile phone.
Lord,
the phone is taller than an iPhone 17 and comes with 512 gigabytes of storage at a relatively cheap $499.
6.78-inch screen, wraps around the sides, gold back. It's got 3 cameras, 48 megapixels in the main camera. There's an American flag on the bottom. Only 11 stripes.
I'm about to say, dog, I'm not the smartest dude in the world by no stretch of the imagination, but immediately I saw something was off about that flag. Did you count the individual stars? Does it have 50 stars on there? Isn't it supposed to be 13 stripes? I think he said it was 11 stripes.
It's been catching a lot of attention on social media, but a charitable reading would be that the 13th stripe is the Trump Mobile.
Bruh, all I know is this. I don't care what y'all see. How can this man come out with a cell phone, bro? How is that even legal? How is that ethically sound? How is that morally right, bro? How is that operating above board? This man really using his name to just get rich and richer and richer, bro. This man was claiming to be a billionaire before he was a president, but I know one thing for damn sure. He definitely became one after the presidency. That's for sure. Dude came up like $4 billion, man. I think he worth 7 or 8 now. And ain't no telling how much richer he gonna be by the time his term ends. Dude might be worth 20 billion. I don't even know.
Regardless, it runs on Android, and it's pretty standard. I mean, playing around with it all day. I made phone calls, I made text messages with an active SIM card that Trump Mobile provided me. Out of the box, you would need to provide your own SIM card, but it seems to be working fine. And all the apps on here, pretty standard in a Google phone. You'll see the Google Suite, but you'll also see that it comes preloaded with Trump's Truth Social. That's his.
Boy, I know you lying to me. I know you lying to me, boy. But you know what? If you ordered this phone, you obviously a Trump dick. I was about to say something. You obviously are a Trump D-rider. That thing deep, touching the back of the oven, bro. Like, you gotta be one delusional, trumped out fan to order this phone, dog, when they got better phones on the market. I can't even tell you the last time I got excited over a new phone coming out, bro. But I know I wouldn't have been excited over this phone that was made in China. That's what China. That's how he said, huh?
Social media platform. But outside of that, this is a fully functional phone. I mean, it feels pretty all right. It's a little bit bigger than your standard iPhone. This is an iPhone 11 here. We think this is a repackaged phone of some other sort. Because again, They said it was going to be made in the USA. There are FTC implications behind that. You cannot say that something is made in the USA if most of its parts do not come from the USA. You will not see a mention of made in the USA on the website anymore. In fact, even on the box, the only thing you will see is proudly assembled in the USA, which also has FTC implications. But it just means that as long as it is substantially transformed in the US, even if it uses parts from abroad, it could still be billed as assembled in the US, not made in the US.
Say, dog, them people slick, boy. They always moving the goalposts and they always changing the rules to fit their narrative. They commit a crime, they change the rules, they break the laws, or they, rewrite the laws. You get what I'm saying? I give you a prime example, totally going off a tangent here, bro. In Utah, there's a senator who changed the child molestation law to reduce the sentencing for people who commit that crime. He just so happens to have an 18-year-old grandson who assaulted a 13-year-old minor, right? I mean, the timing is flawless, bro. That's all I'm saying, dog. I wouldn't be surprised if Trump, I don't know, appointed someone that's in his back pocket as the chair of the FTC. I wouldn't be surprised if he did some shit like that.
That might be a workaround, but that kind of reinforces that this phone is probably a repackaged version of something else.
I bet it is.
There was reporting out there maybe it was a Chinese phone, but the folks that I spoke to said this is probably an HTC U24 Pro.
Looks very similar. It has a very distinct shape.
Yeah, that does look really similar. Almost look identical so far.
We're not set
They
up
painted
for
it gold.
a mid-range, kind of mid-budget phone to be made in that way here in the United States. If I had to put money on it, I would say that's the HTC U24 Pro.
So it's possible. HTC did not respond to our request for comment. Trump Mobile did not respond to our request about where this came from. If it is a repackaged phone, how many pre-orders were actually put in for this thing, we don't know. But what we do know is that the Trump T1 phone does exist. It looks like this. It's not made in the US. Again, it's not an American phone. The person I spoke to said that it's as American as a Taiwanese phone, but with an American flag with 11 stripes on the back.
Let's play a game called, let's see how many people that look like me we can find in the comments saying that they ordered their phone and got it. Look at this. I got mine yesterday. It's awesome. It even has little wheels and 2 eyes. Oh, they're trolling. The color is spray tan yellow. It comes with Truth Social and Grindr pre-installed. If here, damn, was a phone. Here! Damn, take this little phone, bro. The little funky phone, man. Dog, this some funny shit. It's a remodeled HTC U24. Question, when did the HTC U24 come out? HTC U24 release date. Jesus Christ. I know you lying to me. I know Trump did not get you dummies to go and sign up and buy a phone. Pre-order an old-ass phone. Hey, I hate this shit. I hate y'all, bro. I swear to God. Man, where were y'all at when I was needing money? I could have finessed y'all, bro. I swear, bro. The HTC U24 Pro was officially announced on June 12, 2024 and was released to the market on July 1st, 2024. Come on, dog. You can't make this up. I'm so serious, bro. Oh, I hate this for y'all, dog. I swear to God, bro. I really do hate this for y'all.
The Trump phone has been in the news a lot lately, and now it turns out that lax security protocols have revealed a lot of customer information. This is not conjecture or hearsay. Trump Mobile has confirmed this. They were accidentally exposing a lot of personal information for the people that ordered these phones. This includes names, email addresses, mailing addresses, cell phone numbers, things that you don't really want exposed.
Man.
Now, this wasn't a breach. It was just security protocols that weren't properly set up, so this data was just out there.
Lord.
It's unclear whether this data was actually stolen, but in this day and age, that level of information is probably already out there about you. If you go to a website like Have I Been Pwned, put in your email address, you can find out what has been released in prior data breaches, and chances are there have been a lot. In this particular instance, it wasn't a breach, it was just lax security and really a little bit sloppy. This is just a good reminder that breaches happen all the time. Your information is pretty much out there, and you need to take steps to mitigate the damage. If you only have a few minutes, the first thing I would do, freeze your credit report. Do that immediately. Do it at all 3 bureaus. It's completely free to freeze and unfreeze, and it will stop anybody from accessing your credit.
What?
Next, I would sign up at the Social Security Administration and make sure that you get a login for your Social Security number. Next, go through the process of deleting your information from all the data brokers. Yes, there are hundreds of these companies, but it's a process that we all have to do, or we have to pay someone to do it for us. All this stuff is a pain, but it's a necessary part of living in the 21st century with all of our information so freely available. Do me a favor, tell your friends, share this information, make sure that they know what they need to do to protect themselves. Stay safe out there. I'll talk to you soon.
Lord have mercy, dog. That is crazy, bruh. So, in other words, they wanted to get the phone out so fast that they didn't even think like, man, maybe we should, make sure that this stuff is secured so that the people who were dumb enough to buy it, information don't be leaked out there to the masses, bro. That is wild. It's already enough people trying to steal your identity as it is, and Trump phone made it easy for them. That's crazy to me.
Trump Mobile says its smartphones are beginning to ship to customers nearly a year after the company first began taking orders. The company was founded by President Trump's sons, Eric and Donald Trump Jr. NPR's Windsor Johnston reports questions still remain about the devices and the promises behind them.
The gold-colored T1 smartphone was initially promoted as made in the USA, but that language was later dropped after analysts questioned whether the phones were actually manufactured domestically. Tech analyst Avi Greengard says he still has questions.
How many people are looking to get a Trump-branded generic Android phone? The second question is more, what promises have they made and how are they filling those promises in terms of how American it is?
Trump Mobile tells NPR current phones are assembled in the U.S., while future models will use more American-made parts. The company also updated its pre-ordered terms, saying $100 deposits did not guarantee customers would receive a phone. Windsor Johnston, NPR News.
I'm Corva Coleman, NPR News. For more of today's news, be sure to like and follow us or check out NPR News Now, wherever you get your podcasts.
Yo, this is crazy, dog. This is like, what? Buys phone from swindlers. How did I get swindled? It's now branded as made with America in mind, whatever that means, dog, which is crazy because you lack critical sense. You lack critical thinking skills, logical reasoning if you thought that it was even possible for someone who isn't even in the phone business to manufacture a phone in America when no one's doing it already. All these phones come from other places, even Apple, bro. They're getting their processors, they're getting their chips and all of that other kind of stuff. They're making them in other countries where they're using these cheap labor, sweatshops and things of that nature because Americans want to be paid a fair wage. They can't make a profit by manufacturing stuff here. So how did y'all think Trump was going to do it? It made no sense, man. Calling it a smartphone considering its target audience seems a bit ... stupid. That's a good one. I ain't going to hold you. Did they pay tariffs? Gold colored. Nah, it's orange, spray tanned, inspired. It took so long because they had to sand the Motorola logo off the backs of all the phones. That make a lot of sense. I missed my life before 2016. I swear, bro. I swear.
The Trump phone has been out for less than 24 hours, and not only did he make $59 million on a phone from Temu that came almost a year late, it's missing 2 stripes on the American flag, it's neon yellow instead of gold, and there's already been a data breach. First of all, let's take a moment to acknowledge what the phone was supposed to look like according to the advertisements. And then let's compare it to the neon yellow phone with the American flag with 11 stripes that was sent out to anyone who is dumb enough to pay for it.
Hey, I know one thing, dog. I hate to make it about this, but man, I know how much scrutiny that Obama went under. He experienced just for light shit, wearing a tan suit. They thought that he broke a law or something just because he wore a tan suit. Could you imagine if he came out with a phone and it ended up being a phone with the American flag missing 2 stripes off that thing? What? They was already telling you the man was born in Nigeria or Kenya somewhere and put that on there, he'd have been cooked. Man, bro. What is daughter's name? Sasha and Mahel, whatever. They couldn't have come out with a damn lemonade stand and Americans wouldn't have liked it. And when I say Americans, I ain't talking about the ones that look like me. I'm just saying everything them people did in the office, aside from policies, bro, any and every little thing they did that rubbed people the wrong way, Fox blew it up bigger than what it was supposed to be.
That's not bad enough. It's been widely reported that a security flaw has exposed the personal information of people who purchased the phone, and now none of them can reach the Trump mobile team. I'd just like to take a moment to recognize and appreciate the fact that MAGA was scammed out of $59 million on this 3D printed Trump phone. And honestly, I love that for them so much. This is what I call Hope Core.
We need that big Fred Sanford meme. You big dummy. We need that. That is crazy.
I'm starting to think that the Trump phone is now far worse than the Escobar phone's launch. They both showcase products that are only handed out to certain reviewers out there and not to their actual paid customers. But I think the Trump phone excels a lot more worse in their terms of conditions on their main website and the excuses they make daily. For both of these phone brands, you pretty much pay them to get absolutely nothing. But the Trump phone leaks your personal data upon purchasing their product. These guys have delayed the phone's launch by at least 17 times, and not to mention, we only confirmed its existence with 3 old people on the news.
Damn, I didn't catch that. He right. We only seen like 2 people who had it, bro. Hey, dog, that's crazy, man. Wow. Somebody in the comment section said they said only Chinese phones are spyware. I remember when there was a big thing about TikTok and the ownership of TikTok and how it's a Chinese-owned company and how they probably are stealing Americans' information, dog. Come on now. I don't think the Trump administration is smart enough to get past that, man. This is some shit straight out of a movie. They sold them these phones, and these phones ain't nothing but tracking devices. It ain't nothing but spyware devices in order to track whoever was dumb enough to buy it, bro. Boy, Lord have mercy.
Some good news for Trump fans this week.
Gold casing, a flag stamped on the back. This long-awaited Trump Mobile is finally here.
This is amazing. The Trump Mobile, the T1 Trump phone, it was launched last year with the Trump family touting the phone would be made in America.
Of course.
Now, 1 year later, they are now describing the phone as being made with American values in mind. Of course, it reminds us of that classic Bruce Springsteen song, Born in the Country with USA Values in Mind. And excitingly, Cheap Seats exclusive, yes. We have one of the first Trump mobile phones.
Incredible variety of screensavers. You can have snake, horse. No, it's the weather app is good on this.
What's the forecast?
50% chance of stormy Daniel.
Is that right? Is that right?
Good.
You're using the Trump phone. I'm still using the Biden mobile. So. Still works a treat.
That's good. That's good.
Well, let's move on now.
The whole world laughing at Americans, dog. That's crazy.
Good news this morning, folks, from rainy Florida. The Trump phone has finally shipped. You know, that Trump phone that we've been waiting for the past 9 months. Some folks put down $100 for their Trump phone. Well, it's finally shipping. Journalists around the country are eagerly awaiting the arrival of their Trump phones so they can say bad things about them. In the event you had forgotten, the Trump phone retails for $499. It comes with a gold-colored case, and it says Trump. I've read a couple of the initial reviews. They say that it's basically an HTC U24 Pro. It's got the same 512 giga whatevers of whatever, you know, that stuff. If that matters to you, it's got it. Now, I went online and I found an HTC U24 Pro, 512 gigabytes for $399, which is $100 less than the Trump phone.
Well, they probably had to factor in the tariffs. No, the jokes right they sells, bro.
So I guess if you're into a gold-colored case,
man,
and the name Trump on your phone, then you're golden. Pardon the pun. The only problem I perceive with this phone is it's built in Taiwan, which is the same Taiwan that's about to be invaded by communist China.
Oh, Lord.
So how is that going to work? Is America going to take over HTC and turn it to shit the way they did TikTok? I don't know. But that's not the good news. The good news is there is possibly a peace deal on the table with Iran, hours away from signing, maybe. Just like the Trump phone was hours away from being shipped for 9 months, there could be a peace deal with Iran on the table waiting for Marco Rubio to scrawl his little signature on there. And
I don't know about the peace deal. I just heard that the U.S. military performed a missile strike on some places in Iran late in the wee hours yesterday. I'm not sure. I'm going to fact check that, dude.
What this peace deal would do is it would restore relations between Iran and the United States to what they were when Joe Biden was president. America and Iran would stop shooting missiles at each other, just like they were when Joe Biden was president. The Strait of Hormuz would reopen, just like it was when Joe Biden was president.
Interesting.
The price of gas would fall to between $2 and some change to $3 and some change per gallon, just like it was during Joe Biden was president. That nuclear stuff, well, we're just going to agree to talk about that later. But basically, everything is going to go back to the way it was when Joe Biden was president, and that is some good news. In fact, why can't we just have Joe Biden back in the White House for the next 2 years until the 2028 elections? That would be the best news ever.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, bro. That's like going into a stranger's house, messing that shit up, and then, you know, y'all make amends, and then you just agree to clean it back up and make it look like it was before you got there. It's crazy, dog. Wild work. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Don't forget to
hype me up, hype me up, hype me up.